something's going to happen. So I don't understand how the players can't feel it. No matter how... You might be playing a really poor team, you want it, but you know, anything can happen. We've just seen there with a set piece. And obviously West Ham stayed in the game and good delivery. But United, again, you felt like in America, calling a time-out and getting the United players to get after 70 minutes ago. Lads, you know the game's in the balance still, as if they were 2 or 3.
When you were both playing in that situation, I know it wouldn't have happened but could you sense it coming for the opposite? You're saying you don't know how the players didn't sense it.
Well, you hope it. Well, your experienced players go. You try. What you say. You smell it. You smell it. Go, they're still in the game here. United are making substitutions, and the manager's entitled to do that. But I was looking at players coming off, and everyone. It was like they'd won the league, and they were all just all chilling out. You go, it's 1-0. Get off the pitch. Get somebody show some intensity to your play. And when you're defending set pieces, when the subs are going on and the subs are coming on, it was all a bit like, hey, this is cool.
Exactly, yeah.
You can't be cool when you're 1-0 up.
We'll get back to Keno in just a quick second, but remember, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D video hits. And as ever, if there's something on your mind, if something is bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, please express it in the comments. The Big D reads all of the comments, and he's always interested in what is on your mind. Anyway, in this clip, this is the post-match analysis from Roy Keane after United's insipid draw against West Ham. And, yeah, I mean, I really, really, really want to disagree with Roy Keane, but United are making it hard for me to disagree with Roy Keane's brutal assessments these days. But I will get into that in just a quick second. But stick around for after the clip, because the Big D will be going into his thoughts about what Roy had to say. Here's Roy.
Get the job done. You want it up, then show your quality. Man United, they're more quality players than West Ham. They have, in general. And this is not a good United team. But show that when you get 1-0 up, where you go, all right, you can relax a little bit now, because you got that 1-0, a little bit, but knowing anything can happen. But United were all too chilled out, too relaxed. Get the job done.
Exactly.
But the last 3 or 4 games United have played, that sums them up. It's just not quite doing enough.
It's just a bit... Bleh.
Yeah,
Isn't it? Is that what you're saying?
I can't even find
doesn't
a word
matter
for it.
Okay, the new chance will come next week.
Where's the frustration with the group of players? We saw it the weekend. I'm looking at the last 2 or 3 games, and I've watched the games closely. The lack of quality and intensity in their play. Yeah, they got 2 goals against Palace, but Palace defended... The way Palace defended them 2 goals were like a pub team, really bad. United kind of got out of jail. But then you give them credit for hanging in there and sticking at it. But then tonight you go, United, a lot of praise before the game, and again, a lot of good PR. They're good at set pieces. They can go 5th. And as if this team's not ready to go 5th in the league. They've got Wolves. They've got Wolves next. Mm-hmm. There's an opportunity. Saw Wolves the other night. Wolves, one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the Premier League. Let's see if United can go do a job with them. And if they do get 1-0 up, don't sit back and go, we're playing Wolves or like West Ham tonight who are in the bottom 3, going, yeah, we got 1, don't worry, there's another 2 or 3 coming here. We're going to try and flex our muscles. But then he makes his substitutions, and the game all became a bit stretched and a bit, which suited West Ham. Because West Ham thought, listen, do you know what United gave West Ham tonight? They gave them hope. But when you're here and you're 1-up, go, you don't even dream you're getting back into this game. But West Ham, as the game was going on, we're sitting here. Slavs had a pack of biscuits at this stage, and we're sitting there going...
Whoa, pop kettle. No offence, but pop kettle.
I had a few...
Yeah, you did.
4 or 5.
No,
but I don't get it, how the players don't sense it, or the manager doesn't sense it, going, lads, there could be a twist here. There could be a twist when you're 1-0. And the last 2 home games, United have scored 1 goal. You got to do better than that.
Because the one when you are afraid, it's human. You're human. You know what I mean. You can't help it.
And you can't.
This is like.
You can't relax in this game when you're 1-0 up. I know I kind of played with a kind of an angry head on, but you can't relax. And I see people going on and off, and it was the substitutions where players were walking off. Every player at Old Trafford now gets a standing ovation. I'm going, what are the standards of the club? Where are the standards from? Is it coming from the top, the players, even the fans? The fans are cheering everything these days.
Although that, just on the fan side of things, is just them trying to, isn't it?
Trying what?
To lift it?
Trying to lift it. Yeah, maybe. There's a bit of that. But also, where's your standards? Where's your demands on the club? Where's your expectation? You 1-0 up, and it's just a bit... again, I said it at half-time, you're waiting for something to happen. Get your top players on the ball. Make it happen. Get the job done. Maybe relax at 3-0. Maybe relax at 3-0. Neither then you're going, hold on, because you're on about setting standards and good habits. But you want it up and they give a corner away. Bruno gets drawn to the ball. And it's like Bowen, he said himself, he's 5'9", one of the smallest players on the pitch. He's getting a header. We're praising United the last week, saying how good they are at set pieces. Well, that works both ways. It's well and good attacking. You got to defend them. You defend it properly. At least you can say it was a poor game, but you get 3 points.
I know you thought that number of points from the home games was a damning stat. The other thing over their last 5 matches, they've drawn 3 of their last 5. Forest, Spurs and tonight. And they've been ahead in each of those games.
Well, obviously, he's clearly frustrated, the manager there. He's showing it with his answers. He's short and sharp. And yeah, that'll be a concern for him. The last few games and the performances, again, even the Spurs game wasn't great. So yeah, he obviously didn't even give Dallo credit for the goal. A decent first touch, decent finish. So that, again, that's the word tonight after the game, when you thought you had an opportunity to get the feel-good factor, get some momentum into the season. We see how tight the table is. A lot of teams inconsistent. United had a chance, a little bit, just to put a little marker down to say, listen, yeah, we can win these. We win these type of games we're expected to win. Obviously, all the other games happened the last couple of nights, so spotlight was on United tonight. Get that win, go up to 5th in the league. They couldn't take it. Usually, if you think when teams come to United about if you're trying to get a good result, we look at Everton. We focus on the last couple of home games. I bet you Everton and West Ham have gone off the pitch and thought that wasn't too bad. Yeah. That we at least put demands on them physically, technically. United didn't. Again, I think United give these teams a lot of hope now, and I think the biggest insult you can have, I think, as a player, particularly for United, is I still think they're quite easy to play against. Exactly. Even the last 10 or 15 minutes, where's the aggression, where's the fouls? Even if United think, well, one's enough, slow the game down. If you think we don't have that belief to go and get the second and third goal, again, we go back, they did at Palace, find a way to win, grind out a result. So we're sitting here tonight, and if they win 1-0, it was a bad game, it was a poor game, but they won 1-0. So there's a thumbs up for that. But instead, the word everyone's going to be using the next few days, again, the manager used it, frustration.
So how much different are these kind of discussions this season to last season for you? How much different are these performances? Was last year just terrible and calamitous, but this is kind of, as we said earlier, just a bit and they're missing opportunities? Or is it similar to last season?
No, I think it is. Well, it couldn't get any worse than last year.
Yeah.
I still think United are definitely more of a goal threat. The stats will tell you that. We've not seen it tonight or their last home game, but you still think 2 at Palace, 2 at Spurs, 2 at Forest. You still think there's more goals in the team, and there is. But there's still that for the attack and threat they have. Again, we've not seen it really tonight. I still think defensively and midfield, I have huge question marks over them. I still would look at them going, I wouldn't trust or believe in this team that they can get results when they need it. Like tonight again, it was this opportunity.
Especially when they...
and you go 1-0 up, by the way.
Arsenal. They're not Arsenal.
Control the game without having possession. So if United were strong enough mentally to sit back in and go, West Ham, yeah, you need to go...
They're not a solid team.
That's what I'm saying, Jess.
They're not that.
But if they had that about them going, well, we don't need to have possession, we can control it and sit back in. And you know what happens then, West Ham? If you do give it back to us, I tell you, we're going to get at you. We've got to get a pace, we've got to get a bit of power for it. But they ended up in no man's land. They didn't control the ball. The game became stretched. And you just, again, we're watching it. And that's why I'm looking at the players. You have a feeling going, I think something might happen here. I don't know how the players don't feel that. They must do. And that's where you show your quality. That's why you're at a club. And that's why they're on big wages, big transfer, because there's an expectation there. You have to deal with that.
Yeah, but for that you need to have that. It's like all the Italian teams. Like for that you need Barzagli, Bonucci, and Chiellini in a box, and you can make as many crosses as you want, but they're gonna head it out.
And they'll enjoy that.
I'm not talking the quality of the players, but show Yoro and Mazraoui are not that kind of the players.
But if United if United don't feel tonight they can get the second and third goal, just get everyone back then. Just defend.
But okay, but West Ham didn't score from counter-attack. West Ham didn't score like when they were 3 against 2 or 5 against 4. If you sit back, then you're going to give them corners. You're going to give them corners. And
no, but the other side of that, but if you do lose it, you go at Adams. You kind of beat them in a different way on the counter-attack.
Yes, all right.
But by having less possession, show your quality in that sense. Again, when people talk about control of the game, people, that means you have to dominate possession. You don't have to dominate possession. We've seen some of the best teams in the world have less possession and go, yeah, and they suck teams on. So West Ham had to chase the game. So you sit in, and then you've got really good attacking players. You go, lads, you show your quality when we get it. But they didn't end up in, again, no man's land.
But then
when the players come off the bench, you're hoping the players will obviously bring something to the party. I think the players that came onto United, they seem to lose the momentum with the subs.
But the other thing on Slaven's point about the sort of lack of attacking options on the bench, but only Šeško is out injured, in a few weeks' time, they'll lose Mbuemo, they'll lose Ahmad. I know Mazraoui is a defender, but really from those, from that right flank tonight, they're off to AFCON.
Yeah, but the manager's obviously aware of that. That's something they'd have to get prepared for. But when you look at the squad, considering the money that's been spent over the last few years, yeah, they do lack strength and depth, particularly from the attacking options. Again, when you're trying to see a game off tonight, and even when Mason Mount came on, I look at Mount when he comes on sometimes, and I know sometimes players seem to take longer to get up to speed than others. I felt he was like a kind of a schoolboy out there. You're looking for players to come on with a bit of presence and go, yeah, give me the ball, I'm a sub, I'll give you a brilliant last 20, 25 minutes. If anything, they brought the levels down at United. That seemed to be the case tonight.
Especially when...
I don't know what's going on with United. I like... It's just, I don't know, they're in kind of a weird, kind of boring phase, maybe. We've stopped losing, which is good. So we do seem to be consistently getting points. We're just not consistently getting wins. We do look quite solid. We do look quite organised. But we're just not killing off games. We don't look like we're going to score. We're not demolishing opponents. We're not playing with swagger, but that comes with results. And it's boring to watch, unfortunately. I mean, we're dominating possession, 60% possession. We're actually even creating chances as well at times. But it's the same old story. We're just not putting the ball in the back of the net. And when I was watching the game the other night, it just seems like... I mean, we still need a few players for this team to be sort of Champions League ready. We certainly need 2 central midfielders. And obviously we've spent big on Šeško, which is fine. And, I don't expect him to bag in 40 goals a season just yet. But him being injured is a problem, obviously, a disappointment. But what we need as well is we need that Chicharito style player. Someone that you bring off the bench to nick a goal, go and win us a game when there's a deadlock, like a poacher that'll sweep up all of those half chances. And it reminds me of the scene from Mighty Ducks Part 3 where they go to the posh college and they get taught to be disciplined and win ugly. United are not winning ugly. But we only do that by having teeth up front. We're like... I don't know. I don't know what we're like. We're like a prime lion that's had its teeth knocked out. It's got no claws. It dominates everyone, but it just can't kill anyone and eat. And that's United. We're dominating teams, we just can't finish them off and climb up the table. Oh, hey. I'm almost even bored doing these videos now. I want to be sort of making videos where I talk about how good it was to watch Man United. Talk about, did you see Šeško's scissor kick? Did you see him take on 3 players? Did you see Cunha's 40-yard free kick? Did you see United dominate this team, that team? Oh, United are class. I'm really looking forward to Man United versus Real Madrid in a Champions League semi-final. I miss those days. But I'm like most Man United fans are roughly around my age. We were spoiled. It got to the point with me where I was bored with us winning the league. And I only got really into the season in the Champions League knockout phase around the quarter-final. And it was the Champions League that I wanted us to win. But I just love a consistent run of wins in the league now. Oh, expectation. Standards drop and then expectations drop. And then, I don't know. It's like the fans now in the ground. They're almost like... It's almost like they don't know how to react. It's like they can't sort of be too upset because they didn't get beat, but they're certainly not excited because they didn't win, and United are not really playing attacking football. I don't know. I still don't get this Bruno Fernandes issue in central midfield. Especially when United need a goal. I mean, they did put him further upfield the other night, and he did seem to look dangerous. So maybe he should just start utilising his actual central midfielders, Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo alongside Casemiro, and stick Bruno further up. He's going to have to. He's literally going to have to, because, as it says in this clip, Abumo's away, Diallo's away. Who else is away? There's a couple more, I'm sure there is. Mazraoui, yeah, like they said, that whole right-hand side, it's going to be away. So he's going to have to put Bruno up front, or like in one of those three, and then bring in Kobbie Mainoo, or he probably won't even bring Kobbie Mainoo in then. He'll probably play Ugarte. Kobbie Mainoo must be absolutely sick to the back teeth. And there was an instance earlier in the season where I gave Kobbie Mainoo a little bit of stick on this channel because of his attitude, but I do actually feel sorry for him a little bit now because, well, I wouldn't say I feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for multi-millionaire footballers. But what I mean is I empathise a little bit with him because he's just not getting a game. He's just not getting a game. And the team clearly needs central midfielders. He is a central midfielder. The team clearly need goals. Our best attacking player is playing in central midfield, and he's not a central midfielder. So you'd think logically the manager would adjust and put our best attacking player closer to goal and put an actual central midfield specialist in central midfield. But it seems logic doesn't exist in football for some reason. And if Kobbie Mainoo is in fact slightly logical, he's going to be looking at that and thinking, what's going on? Because I would be. But alas, he seems to be adamant with Bruno Fernandes playing in central midfield. But we'll see what happens in January. I fancy Manchester United will dip into the transfer market in January. I think they'll get Conor Gallagher. Is it Conor Gallagher? The guy from Atletico on loan. I'll probably get him on loan with an option to buy in the summer. Because even if we got him and he was just a good player, and we could still get the marquee central midfielders in the summer, because we need about 3 central midfielders really. 2 marquees and like a backup. And Conor Gallagher could quite easily be a backup. But we also need a number 9, someone that could put the ball in the back of the net. How's Evan Ferguson getting on these days, you know? How's Rasmus Højlund doing over there in Italy? He's been scoring goals. But yeah, it is what it is. But what do you guys think? Are you guys as deflated as the Big D? As a void of inspiration? Put your thoughts in the comments. The Big D reads all of the comments and he's always interested in what is on your mind. Just rant and rave. Tell me what you are thinking. Anyway, that's it for now, and the Big D will see you in the next one.